Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Alabama's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Roberts. Oh, he's got some space. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that
snags it, and there's running room. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Lewis under pressure, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Powers inside. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Throwing, Lewis. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Hits inside, it's Payne. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Hit and dropped in his tracks. It'll be a loss of 6. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Grabbed behind the line, it's Terry. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's got enough for a Missouri 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting the 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. Here's Lewis to throw. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Out wide right, it's Payne. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Backs looking for the goal line. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the 1st down. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense defense has them pinned deep. They're going to run it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the ground, it's Roberts. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Left side, it's Roberts. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Hoffman. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Lewis. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Lewis wants to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Out wide left, it's Richard. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Throwing. Lewis. Reels it in. Hard running there. Breaks a tackle and runs through another one. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Did a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Here's Lewis to throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Moving out to the right. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's his first catch of the season. They believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. On the run, it's Payne. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Russell. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Missouri! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Deep in the end zone, it's Smith. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keelan Russell. Rushes on. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Release to the back. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Russell from the gun on third down. They're all over it. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Russell will throw for it on fourth. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Again, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Throwing Russell. Flip it out to the back on the screen. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. of it. This will be a massive loss on the play.
And you really need your quarterbacks, man, to understand, like, to stay on schedule. And we can't take those big losses, right? So once I start to scramble around and I'm trying to buy time or I'm trying to make a big play, like, give it up, get north-south, throw the football away. You can't just turn, run out of bounds, and take that big loss.
Running behind that left side. They'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as clock runs before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The give. Runs through a tackle. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Not gonna make it, and the fourth down gamble backfires. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 16 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Sooners, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Russell. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. A low line drive and not his best work. And they'll have to settle for it being marked down just outside their own 40-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Lewis throws to the tight end, working the middle. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. Tough run here. It's Pritchard. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Gliding rotating to the right, still trying to make a play. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Makes the grab in the corner. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Russell. Look out. Blasted as he lets it go. Bulldozes his way through. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Straight ahead, it's Smith. Turning it on. Inside the 30. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Keelan Russell. Rush right in his face. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide. Just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Throwing, Lewis. Left side, it's Brown. Got room at the 35. Makes the grab in their space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Lewis to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Rolls right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just zings it in there. A little Baryshnikov for the toe tap.
And I would argue that's one of the most difficult things to play as a defense, is those second plays when they start to get outside the pocket. He does a great job buying time. And what does he do when he rolls out? It gives his receiver a chance to get down the field more, and then he chucks it downfield for the big completion.
Here's Lewis to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. Brought down. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Under pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing Russell. Right side, it's Smith. Got the completion. Oh, where to go as that defense reacted quickly. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give is to Smith. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Sends it downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Out wide right, it's Huffman. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Smith. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roberts. He'll be dropped.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. And the linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Out wide left, it's Richard. Smashes through the tackle. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Lewis. Going for it all. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. Still looking. Unleashes one. He's got it. First down and more. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Throwing, Lewis. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here is a return from the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll try the left side. Can't get him to the ground. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They